Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys 4 tips that I personally use to keep myself motivated. My first tip is to get inspired. What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to do? What do you need to stay motivated for? What is the end goal? Something that I do personally is that I follow individuals that have the career that I want to have or that are accomplishing things that I want to accomplish. Seeing other people living your dream lets you know it's possible. It's a great reminder that you can do it because there's other people out there doing it. Why not you? Make sure that when you are following people to motivate you, that it isn't actually discouraging you. Sometimes it's a fine line between being inspired by someone and then envying someone. If you're following a lot of individuals that make you feel self-conscious or that make you feel like what you're doing isn't good enough or that you second guess yourself, don't follow those individuals. But if there are people that are out there living your dream and it uplifts you and it makes you want to work harder and be better, follow those people. Along with being inspired, it's very, very important to think about your end goals. What is this all for? What are you trying to do? Where are you trying to go? What's the plan? And what are you hoping to accomplish? My second tip is to change things up. I find myself working long hours when I'm at home and not giving myself proper breaks. I do suffer from burnout when I go a few days working so hard and putting in my all into my project and then I'm just done. I don't have any more, and it's because I didn't pace myself properly. Another way to change things up is to find new ways to complete your tasks. You may be feeling unmotivated because it's the same old thing and you're tired, you know that this is what you need to do, but it's just boring. A great way to fix that is to find ways to change things up. One tip, and the first place you could start to make a change, is your space. Is the space that you work inspiring or is it draining? Is the environment loud or messy? I find that when I keep my room very clean, when my bed is made and my desk is clear, it's easier for me to start doing work. There's been several times where I feel like painting and then I look over to my desk and it's completely messy. So I don't go paint because I don't want to clean. But if I keep my space clean and I keep things fairly organized, I can't use that excuse. My next tip is to set achievable goals. I love setting goals. I love making lists. It started a few years ago and then it just hasn't stopped. My favorite thing about setting goals and making lists is that you get to celebrate those milestones. Sometimes I have really mundane goals that I want to accomplish and just putting it on the list might seem silly, but it's a feeling of accomplishment that you get when you check it off. For example, every day that I have orders, I have print orders, package orders, ship orders in 3 separate spots on my list to do. The reason that I put it in 3 different spots instead of just compiling it into get orders out is because it breaks the task into steps almost, and I get to check it off every time I've reached a new level, if that makes sense. So the first step is to print orders, and I do that and I could just stop there. Once I do it, I check it off. I'm like, okay, on to the next thing. The next thing I gotta do is I have to package them, and then I get to check that off, and it just keeps the ball rolling, as opposed to seeing this huge, not huge, but as to seeing this single task on your list that says ship out all orders. It also gives me opportunities to pause and take breaks. So I might print all the orders, I might package all the orders, and then I want to pause before I have them sent out, or there's other things that I need to do before I deliver them. And putting it into those steps allows me to do one thing at a time to accomplish a larger task. It is so hot in my room and I'm sitting in front of the sun. Oh gosh. Another portion of setting achievable goals is to kind of talk to yourself and reflect. And a phrase that I like to use is telling myself, you can't do this until you do this. And those are small little goals, I guess, or things to accomplish, but it works. Just recently, Netflix released a series called Unsolved Mysteries, and that is totally my scene. I love true crime, and I've been very excited to watch it. I could spend an entire day binging it, but I said to myself, you can't watch that show unless you are drawing, unless you are painting, unless you are doing something, unless I'm working at the same time. I don't want that to seem like you can't enjoy yourself or you can't just relax. For me, that was one example of a moment where I knew if I didn't say that to myself, if I didn't say, you can't do this until you do this, I would have just written off the whole day to watch Netflix. My last tip, tip number 4, that I think is most important, but very cheesy, is to be kind. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, don't expect it to be a constant uphill climb right to the end goal. There's going to be some ups and downs, and it's important to give yourself grace during those times. Be proud of where you are right now and look back at where you were, look back at how far you've come. I don't know exactly what it is that you guys need to keep your motivation up for, but whether that's school, work, your side hustle, a project that you're working on, whatever it is, it's important to see where you were and how far you've come. Don't let the failures or the setbacks define you. It's all part of the process. When I first started venturing into this little journey, it wasn't all perfect. There were plenty of issues, plenty of different struggles, but it was important that I didn't let them stop me. If you let every failure hold you back, you will not accomplish nearly what you could have if you used it as a lesson instead. Be kind to yourself by learning from your failures and appreciating where you are now. And don't forget to rest when you need to. This may sound counterproductive on a video that's meant to help you keep your motivation, but fitting in specific times to rest and breaks will help you stay motivated in the future. Your task won't become as overwhelming. You won't burn out as easily if you take proper breaks. Be kind to yourself during this process. It is a learning experience. Whatever you're trying to accomplish, there's good things up ahead and you just have to keep going. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that quick video of my 4 simple steps to help keep your motivation up. If you have any other tips, I would love if you could share them. I need all the tips that I can get because I'm still constantly trying to be better, constantly trying to improve my work ethic and stay motivated. I'm very curious if anybody watching is also trying to start a business. If any of you are artists or creatives like me, I'd love to know your stories and what you're staying motivated for. If you found any of these tips useful, please leave a like down below. It helps me so much. I'm still very new here on YouTube, and I'd love to know that the videos that I'm making are appreciated by someone or that you guys enjoy them. Sometimes there's a calm before the storm, and this period where you're feeling unmotivated could be the beginning of something huge for you and your ideas, your business, whatever it may be. Now you're at the end of the video. I encourage you to do something from this list right now and take action. I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.